PSG side, and they look like they're having fun. Maybe when it comes time for the opening whistle, Saiint Etiennee might make things a little more difficult. Phil Shane alongside George Di Metellus, the
Ligue 1 and French top flight titles. If you're talking about this particular matchup, I'm a big fan of Joaquin Castri. He is an excellent footballer, someone who consistently gets about 15 to 20 goals in league play, someone that can certainly bother the defense of PSG. Saiint Etiennee, as you mentioned, Phil, they dip a little bit in terms of their history, in terms of trophies, but it's still a respected name in French football. And if they could take down PSG in the quarterfinals, they could set themselves up for some silverware this season. Might be their best chance in silverware this season as well. So this is a matchup that PSG and Thomas Tuchel
We are underway. This third PSG, of course, drawing the headlines around the globe.
First time, and then the collapsing defense.
Good ball through Icardi, and he didn't even need 2 minutes. He wanted out of Inter, and now we know why. A scoring star for PSG, and they're in front.
Brilliant finish by Mauro Icardi. The technique is flawless. The ball is given away inside, but he comes inside in the middle, attracts the defense. Icardi times his run.
Mbappe sneaks at top of the box. Neymar patiently.
Maria running into space, or Mbappe.
Inside, and it's the opening whistle. Icardi to Di Maria. Blah in goal. Some said it. And a brilliant touch by Icardi.
The confidence and the willingness to do that too.
But getting a break here today, looking for an equalizer, a little chip not. Care. Plodding forward on a hot with the cross, but he got under it too much of the year. Enrico. Mbappe tries to. With the 6, knockdown inside the box, but the foul looks like it will go against the visitors. Clément Turpin, arguably the best ref, better ball winner than Kanté. And that's one of the reasons why Neymar just a little behind. Youngster Rivera, one of them, but he sent it over everyone. Now, Ganagay looking for Marquinhos. Just carries. And then finds an opening in the corner, sweeps it back, deflected away. Giuseppe.
If they hold on to this result, Champions League.
Nice ball back, beautiful touch. Neymar into the area. Bernat.
Keeping and getting into space is part of his brilliance.
For all of this
it's almost Iniesta-like in that regard. Just number of players around him. He keeps his composure.
Get up, laying it across, now slotting, blasted from.
Big save by Rico.
Flick inside. Travis's backup, while he still maybe has a few years left to go.
Absolutely. He's slowly making his way up the pitch, and since it's
distance.
A well-timed run by the Peruvian. Then Mbappe can be an escape artist when he has the ball on his feet. And
still just a 1-goal game, looking to try.
When Keylor Navas slows down.
Bending away, loose. Then you think of all the other players that PSG has sold.
Manchester United.
Deflected away. Challenge of Kamada. Wide for Neymar. And from a persistent infringement perspective, easy to understand. It's bait. Neymar. Their wish to maybe win, but not to hurt anyone, because they knew there was a big game coming. PSG in the Coupe de France.
Now that they moved on.
Assistant. Ball carries through.
Good experience and unfortunate, but he's moved on, and now he's coaching a very talented team.
And it starts this break. 3v1 if they play their angles. Down goes Di Maria, and from a distance, maybe half a field away, the second yellow card. and already down a man. Di Maria leaves. Verratti launches, but he gets
Moulin. Wesley Fofana played in. Really look a little more dangerous in attack going forward for
left in this opening half. Hopping it back, Khazri.
Maintain that back line of four. I'm going to try and do something like that. Some training ground material.
He tucks to the inside. Tucked in for Bernat.
The ball had the possession.
Inside.
Etienne to obviously make some history by advancing, but also eliminating PSG from this turn.
We're going to need a bit of a miracle.
Saiint Etienne, things might open up for him.
Just such a strong lineup out. Neymar making it obvious as he caresses it in off the post. A brilliant dish. And revenge served hot.
And that's where that hole that Fofana left gets exploited. Big hole in the middle.
Wonder what's going through his mind. No one has scored more.
Made that decision, and Choupo-Moting hasn't been bad. He's been
for a striker of his style to go. Then Mbappe, Di Maria. Oh! It pinballs in, and Saiint Etienne can only smile. Di Maria bangs it off three defenders, a post, and make it 3-0 PSG.
But can we go back?
Yes, he is.
And remember, Saiint Etienne Liga side, so this is not a little.
And that's exactly as
PSG are enjoying their football right now. Make this game a little more intense.
They're running away with the league. They're about to burst into the semifinals of the League Cup. Although Paris almost made it to Liga last year.
Because they have a man advantage, so they might put some pressure. It looks like they're putting.
They're going to get much of an argument about Neymar and Mbappe, but you could say the Nigerian. Beautiful through ball. Mbappe creating space and then creating a goal, a second for Icardi, who just missed out moments ago, and Mbappe puts another chance on a platter just seconds later.
And one thing about this PSG squad is that they are fast. That is something that often gets overran right at the defense, having the numerical advantage. Yeah, Neymar, Icardi probably would have scored, but he saw that there were two Saiint Etienne defenders going toward the goal line, so he squared it back to Icardi and down, and PSG can finish with his creativity as well.
Khazri dangerous. That is the one thing. Beautiful seeing eye ball, and pressure inside, and somehow to distract the Brazilian.
Yep.
Driving it across back post. Neymar spotting a gap.
Oh, my goodness.
And then fills it. Putting the brakes on was Icardi. And in for the final touch. Mbappe staying on side and then threading it forward to close out the hat trick. And PSG in style.
Well, Mauro Icardi, after this match, numerous mistakes.
And another chance. Oh! I'm not sure which touch was prettier. The final one belongs to Mbappe, but watch the bang-bang setup by Mauro Icardi, returning the favor, and it's PSG in a walk.
Another ball over the top. It's Di Maria this time. We know he can service, and Icardi.
They're checking the VAR. Nope. And now the goal relegation zone. It's Mielsen. And Tuchel talking over strategy. The ball denied. The header home. It won't count from the spot, but Cabaye reacts first, and he nets the goal. That's using his head. But it's 6-1.